Today I want to talk about simplifying your life and your home with small children. So I have two little kids. I have a daughter that just turned 1 and a daughter that is 3. And in January, I will be having a little boy. So I've really been trying to focus on just any way that I can find to just continue to simplify motherhood as we add more kids to our family. And so these are just some different things I've found so far that have been really helpful. I'm definitely still new on this journey. As I said, I've only been a mom for 3 years, but these are some things I found really helpful that I kind of wish I had known earlier on. So here's what I've learned so far. So the first thing I want to talk about is some things about toys that I have learned. So toys can make a huge wreck of your home, right? And I feel like they're one of the biggest problems parents have with their kids and just trying to maintain a cleaner home. And so something that I have learned more recently is to have some non-age specific solid toys that fit a large age range of children. So I've discovered, as I've had moms over that have kids that are a lot older than mine, that my toys are extremely boring to like a 7-year-old. So I've slowly started to get rid of a lot of the small things babies might like, and I've tried to find more toys that a broad range of kids can enjoy, and so I don't have to have so many of them, but they fit a larger group of kids. And this has been really helpful with having people over, and this has been really helpful with just getting rid of like the odds and ends and knickknacks and just random stuff that kids don't really play with, but we somehow still accumulate and they still get scattered throughout the home. So some toys that I really like for my kids are Magtiles. It's nice because not only does a 9-month-old play with Magtiles, or a baby that can just sit up, but also a 10-year-old can play with Magtiles and find them fun. I want to get Lincoln Logs because I think it's kind of the same way with that. I got this big wooden box of just random shaped wood blocks that are super fun to build stuff with, and my toddler will play with that, my little girl will play with that. I have dolls with dress-up clothes, and so both of my kids like that, and girls that come over that are older enjoy that. And so just finding more non-age specific toys and getting rid of a lot of those odds and ends and knickknacks that fit a very small minority of children. The next thing that I've learned that I really wish I had thought of, when I was first pregnant with our first, I ordered a white diaper bag. The dumbest thing I could have done. Who buys a white diaper bag? Maybe some moms can do it. I can't. It looks dirty all the time, and it'll go months and I'll notice it all of a sudden, and it's just embarrassing. And so I would highly recommend a leather one or a dark colored one, or just something where my diaper bag gets taken everywhere with me. I take it with me to church, I take it with me to the remodel, and it's just covered in dirt and it always looks gross. And so I really wish I had bought something that I could actually wipe down that was not fabric and that was not white. My next tip, and I've probably mentioned this in another one of my videos because it's very helpful, but I have a toddler, she loves dressing herself, and I was tired of telling her, you can't wear that, that doesn't match, that shirt doesn't go with those pants. And so I've just slowly over time cleaned out all of her patterned pants. She has 2 pairs of pants that still have some type of pattern on them, and I will be not replacing them when she grows out of them, but everything else is plain colored leggings, and so she can wear those with her shirts, she can wear those with her dresses, she can wear those with her skirts, and it's just so much easier, and she can get herself dressed, and I like what she wears, which is a huge blessing. So getting rid of a lot of those patterns has been really helpful with just simplifying the wardrobe for my toddler. Not so much for my 1-year-old because I still dress her. Tip number 4. About 6 months ago, I bought these rubber bibs that have a little almost like cup in the bottom, and so any of the food that your kids eat gets caught and doesn't spill onto their laps. I just find the design of a lot of bibs so dumb. And so I've been able to get rid of all of the bibs, a lot of the little aprons that I use for my daughter, and both of my little girls now just wear those little rubber bibs. You can stick in your dishwasher, and it's been so much easier, and it's just kind of minimized the amount of bibs and stuff that I have to have on hand because I can just instantly rinse them out and they're dry and ready to go the next time. And it just makes their clothing stay a lot cleaner, which is a huge blessing. Tip number 5, one of the biggest pieces of advice that I got from moms when I found out that I was pregnant with our second was to really try and get my kids on the same napping schedule. And so it did take longer than I expected to get my youngest daughter to be able to last long enough to go down when my 3-year-old goes down. But now, right now, I'm able to sit down and film this video, and my 3-year-old is in her room having a quiet time, and my 1-year-old is sleeping upstairs. And every day that we're home, I have them take a solid 2-hour nap time every single day. And it is such a blessing. And it gives me 2 hours, or an hour to an hour and a half of not having the 1-year-old, and a guaranteed 2 hours of not having the toddler around, where I'm just able to do whatever I need to do that I don't want to have to put my focus on when my kids are awake. That's been the biggest blessing, and has made motherhood feel so much easier and so much simpler, and honestly just it makes it more enjoyable. So that is the next time. Number 6, I did this with my 3-year-old from the time she was pretty young, probably around 1. And I would train her to sit on a chair and just look at books. I started out just doing it like 10 minutes a day. I do this now if my toddler gets up when I'm still doing Bible, and I don't want to immediately jump into the role of mom, and so she'll just sit quietly and look at books. I do this sometimes at other people's houses when she's starting to get kind of maybe cranky or she needs a nap, but she's not going to take one there. And this has been really helpful. It's really helpful as well when maybe things just feel kind of chaotic and I'm trying to make dinner and the 1-year-old is fussing and, Carrie's kind of running around being crazy too. It's just easy to just have her trained where, okay, Carrie, I want you to sit on the sofa for 10 minutes and look at books, and just know she's there and she's staying there and she's content and she's happy looking at books, but it gives mommy a break. And so that's a big blessing whenever things start to feel a little chaotic around the home, which does happen periodically. Number 7, I wish I had learned this sooner. It's made hospitality as a mom so much easier. I have tried to juggle cooking a meal plus having people over at the same time, especially like for lunches if it's a mom with her couple of little kids. And I just find it stressful, and it makes me not want to have people over as much. And it just is one more thing I'm having to focus on, plus visit, plus watch the 1-year-old. And so I've started to do a lot of either pre-made meals, or I will buy, if I know I'm going to have a mom over during the week, I will get, when I go to the store, just some simple pre-made foods that are really easy. And we don't eat pre-made food a lot at all, but I've just found it's worth it to eliminate that stress and to be able to be more focused on the person I'm actually having over, and not have to be stressing cooking in the kitchen and trying to keep an eye on the kids and visit all at the same time. And so one of my favorite meals that I do when moms come over is there's these pre-made kale salads. I get it from the grocery store. I'll do tomato soup and I'll do toast. That's like one of the easiest meals that I've found so far, and it seems like the majority of people really like it. So that's just made hosting as a mom, especially when the husbands aren't here as well, just easier, especially if it's just like a lunch or something like that. It's been really nice. Number 8 is training my kids to help out with chores. This has been really helpful because it accomplishes a couple of things. For one, you're spending time with your kids while you are getting something done, which is so nice. Number 2 is that you're teaching your kids that work can be fun and enjoyable. And number 3, my kids love helping me do things. And so they're being entertained, and so I'm not having to also figure out how to entertain them so I can still get something done. So it just accomplishes all 3 of those things at the same time and makes being a mother just that much easier. And it's so fun now because I have a little 1-year-old, like I mentioned, and she's just starting to kind of wander around as I'm doing things and just kind of help, I guess, or more like get in the way, but that's okay. She's trying to help, and it's so cute. I love watching it. I'm swapping positions because my feet are going numb. Number 9. The last thing that I want to talk about is batching your life. This has been so helpful. So I read a book this early summer called The 4-Hour Workweek. And a big thing in there that the guy talks about is finding different things that you can batch. For an example, rather than checking your emails every 4 hours, check them once at the end of the day and reply to all the ones that you need to do. Yeah, I don't do the email thing very well, but that's an example. So for myself, I've been doing this lately with videos. Right after I read the book, I was like, that's a genius idea. So for an example, I've been batching my YouTube videos, and this has eliminated a ton of time, at least half the time it took me to film videos. And the reason why is because the majority of my time that I film a sit-down video is actually spent setting up the lighting, getting my camera right, getting myself ready, and then just sitting down and filming. And so now, instead of having to do that process again and again every single time I want to make a video, I am batching them. And so today, my goal, I've gotten 2 done so far. This is my second video. My goal is to get 1 more done throughout the kids' quiet time, nap time. And it's cutting me down on probably a good 2 or 3 hours of work of just setting up and taking down lights and getting ready and, all that stuff. So I've been batching my work with that. And then I have been batching some meals. And so let's say I'm gonna make hash for breakfast. I'll make extra, which really adds no extra time to the cooking. And then I can take that and I can make burritos out of it. Just different things like that. And that's been really helpful. And I have been shocked, especially with the videos and with more of the business side of things, how much time it eliminates and how much it feels like you're simplifying your life. So I will have linked down below some of my other more minimalist, simplifying, focused videos. And let me know if you have any tips for simplifying your life and your home with little kids, because I am all for that. And I know as we add more kids, things can tend to get more chaotic. And so I'm just really trying right now to ramp up my learning and to really get a grasp on my home and just feeling like things are flowing well. And so those 9 things that I shared today are some of the things that I've been doing that have really helped with that. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys hopefully again soon. Bye!